these type of films are very exciting, and I'm old enough to watch the original one. But tell us what initially drew you that you want to be part of this film.
Well, I really love watching horror stuff and thriller basically. I like watching like suspenseful movies and I feel like that was really cool that I actually got to be in one. And yeah.
Now, do your parents let you watch these type of horror and thriller films?
Well, it really depends 'cause I like watching more horror films, but this one it was great, but I could only watch some parts, so.
Oh, so did you even by chance have had that chance to watch the original The Hand That Rocks the Cradle?
No, I wasn't able to watch the original.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah.
So so tell us about playing your character Emma Morales.
So playing Emma was actually really fun because Emma is a lot more complicated than a bunch of people think. And I feel like it's just I it's awesome playing Emma.
What did you love about playing this character?
My favorite thing about playing Emma, okay, so this is really random, but with the fact that she plays basketball is actually really fun for me because I got to film that one basketball scene and that was actually that was amazing.
So do you play basketball?
No, I don't play basketball, but like I do enjoy it, but not really enough for me to actually play it, but it's still pretty fun.
That is pretty fun. Tell us about acting alongside with Mary and Micah in this film.
I feel like acting with them was super cool because along with the fact that this is my first big movie, I'm also acting with a bunch of famous people, which is actually really great. And they were super nice to me. They were awesome people.
What did you learn from them?
I feel like I got a little bit I got some acting tips from them that you could actually show your feelings through your body language, which is actually really cool. So yeah, I actually learned a lot of tips from them. Yeah.
How did you develop your chemistry to get along with these actresses?
Well, what was kind of funny is that before I got the actual role, when I got the call back, me and Miss Mary were put in a room together and we were told to just play a couple of um improv games with each other and we just played a couple of those improv games and it was super fun. And that's how we really got that's how we got comfortable around each other.
Now, you have certain scenes that are very, how can you say, very
Sorry,
in the
my
moment.
cat. Sorry.
What's that cat's name?
Her name is Domino.
I Well, you have a beautiful cat named Domino.
Thank
Now,
you.
tell us about some of the fun scenes that you get to do. Let's start with the scene like an explosion in the bedroom. I mean,
Ah,
tell
yes.
tell tell us about how you pulled that off.
That scene was actually so fun to film with all the lights and stuff. And I got to scream at the top of my lungs, and it was amazing. It was really fun. But we had I had to use the tear stick sometimes for that scene, which was pretty fun. So yeah.
So you're still working on trying to cry on cue for yourself,
Yeah,
huh?
sometimes I use the tear stick on set, but I actually know how to make myself yawn, which is what I use sometimes, but the tear stick works faster.
Well said. Now, in some other scenes, like one of the things that you develop with Micah is to do the cross the fingers and put it up to your lips.
Yeah.
Was that part of the script, or did you guys made that up as you go along?
It's kind of both because that was actually scripted, but Miss Michelle actually let us like figure out how we were going to do the thing. So she let us do whatever we were gonna do.
Wow, that is pretty awesome. Tell us about you speaking Spanish in this you spoke a few Spanish words in this movie, and I know I want to say you said a Spanish word in Queen of the South itself. Do you speak Spanish?
Well, that's the thing, because my family does come from Spanish-speaking countries, and I am still learning Spanish. My Spanish isn't exactly 100% the best, but I sorta ish. So yeah, I understand Spanish 100% perfectly. It's just my speaking isn't really that good. So
Do you want to learn Spanish?
I do want to learn Spanish. I've been trying to learn Spanish for I don't know how long, but I've been working on my Spanish with my parents for a while now.
Oh, wow. That's pretty awesome. So, what do you love about the experience working on this project? Because this is your biggest role to date with The Hand That Rocks the Cradle.
Yeah, so working on this film was like it was just amazing with I got to actually see like behind the scenes of a lot of the stuff which I've never done before, which was super fun. And I also got to work with all of these amazing actors, and the crew was also amazing, and it was super fun.
Not to mention that production set that's such a beautiful house itself.
It is. It was so big. Every single time you turn, it was like a new room. It was humongous.
Malaya, let's talk more about yourself. What got you into acting? How did you get the acting bug?
So it's kind of funny. When I was about 5 years old, I was doing a little stage show for my school, and one of my friend's mom, well, no, I don't know, but like someone was in the audience, and she was an agent, and she saw me on stage, and she went up to my mom, and she's like, that your kid, that's not just like a normal stage. That's actually acting. Like you should probably get her into the acting business." And my mom was like, she was kind of questioning this because she didn't know about this. My um so this lady, her name's Miss Brittany, and she talked my mom to it, and my mom came up to me and she was like, "Malia, do you want to like be on TV and stuff?" And I was like, "Yeah." So that's how I got into acting. That lady's my agent. Well, one of my agents now. Her name is Miss Brittany.
What do you love about doing this job?
There's so many things. Oh my gosh. Acting is like so fun because you get to travel everywhere. You get to meet new people, and it's amazing. You get to see so many new people, and you have all this experience, and you get better every single time you do it.
Do you remember your first on-screen moment? I know you did a little bit of theater, but do you remember your first on-screen moment?
My first on screen, it was a commercial for, wait, what was the commercial for? It was Texas Children's Hospital. And it was it was a commercial where I had like a cast on, and it was like a real cast. And what was actually funny, I don't know how I remember this, but they just came up to me, and they were like, "Malia, which hand do you write with?" And I was like, this hand." And they were like, "That's the hand we're using the cast on." So they just put a cast, like a real cast on my hand, and they just had me draw in the lobby. And that was my very first on-screen moment.
Do you remember watching yourself, what your reaction was?
Yeah, I was like shocked because I was just like, this is actually how stuff ends up on TV, which is really cool. Yeah.
Now, how do you feel about your transition from doing all these commercials and now you're doing something much bigger?
It it's just like really hard to put into words because it's kind of cool how I just went from like a few commercials here and there to like a first big to like a really big movie, and I'm actually here doing interviews for the movie itself, which is actually a really big thing. And it's just awesome.
That is pretty awesome. And I know you have such a short career, but I've seen you in a few things and you have grown up so much. Do you look back at yourself, rewatch some of the stuff that you have done in the past and still recognize yourself?
I do because I look at my old stuff sometimes and I was like, this is what I came from. I actually like feel achieved. And sometimes my friends, they just go and they call me and they were like, Mileiah, I saw you on TV. And I was like, oh, which commercial? And they were like, oh, it was this commercial. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. And it'd be like a commercial that's like from like 2 years ago. And I see like how like I've improved so much. So yeah.
Do you do you, do you enjoy different reactions when your friends and family see you on screen?
Yeah, it's actually kind of cool for my friends to talk to me about how they saw me on TV because a lot of the people that like my like parents are friends with and stuff, they don't know that I'm on TV sometimes. So they'd be like, "That looks like your is that your daughter?" So then we'd all be just like talking about it. And it's actually kind of fun to see people's reactions when they don't know, but also when they do know, it's actually kind of fun because I get to talk about it and the experience to my friends and family.
Well said. And one last thing for yourself, because I know you probably have like a wish list of yourself. Who do you want to work with in the future?
Ever since I first learned about him, my like my idol has basically been like Lin-Manuel Miranda. Ever since I learned about him, I love his music. I love his acting. He's so good at the stuff that he does. I love Hamilton, all of the stuff that he wrote. I've watched almost every single movie that he's in. He's amazing.
He is amazing, and I really do wish that you have a chance to work with him. Well, Malaya, thank you very much for carrying this conversation for
Thank you.
the hand that rocks the cradle, and hopefully your parents will let you watch the full movie of this.
Hopefully.
Thank
Thank
you very
you.
much.